Hello everyone, I'm Hyein and I'm happy to meet you today. I'm now serving you guys as Pathways Committee Chair of District 93. Welcome to Pathways Training for Beginners, and please help me welcome today's awesome trainer, Stella Ra.
Thank you, Hyein, for introducing me, and thanks to Jared for clapping with your talks. And oh, that's pretty good. Okay, hope also your kitten will know what Pathway is about today. Okay, first I'd like to share my screen. Okay, right. So welcome to A Way to Pathway. This session is for the Pathways beginners, and I hope you will learn what you're expecting today. First, we have a lot of questions. Maybe first one is, who made this crazy website? Oh, so many terms: Basecamp, path, level, projects, and what's the difference between them? And okay, I finished my icebreaker speech. Then what's next? Or okay, I clicked everything that I'm seeing now, but how can I finish this level one? Feels like this pathway seems really peaceful. It sounded peaceful and really calm, but it seems like a way to pathway for the beginners looks so dark and lonely. So I hope you, after this session, you will be able to walk confidently on pathway with me while learning basic concepts of pathway and structure pathways and how to mark complete on level one. As you expecting, this session is for the really beginners. So if you already know how to mark complete on level one, then please be patient and you'll get more information than expected. So the steps today is first is pathway basic. It will be covered for 15 to 20 minutes and practice in real in 45 and Q&A session. First, I'd like to begin with pathways basics. Oh, and if you have any questions, please unmute yourself and you can ask any questions. Okay, the pathway basic is a Toastmasters education manual for enhancing leadership and communication skills, which means this education manual is not only for the speeches. You will find a lot of tasks and projects enhancing your leadership skills. And it is online based, and also you can have PDF version online too. And it has been started since June 2018. And for your information, this traditional manual was expired in 2020. Before we begin, I like to define the pathway terms first. Maybe you've heard, if you're a beginner, you'd heard pathways and sometimes path and base camp. Pathway is a Toastmasters education program. The name itself is to help you build the skills you need to communicate and lead. And the path is the option that you can choose to work on pathways. And I will cover later, and there will be 11 paths in English. So you can say that, oh, I'm on presentation mastery path, such like that. And Basecamp is a gateway that you can find everything you need on Pathways journey. So think of you're going up to Mount Everest, and think of when you're climbing a really high mountain, there's always Basecamp over there. The Basecamp is what's the object or purpose of this Basecamp? Yes, at the base camp, you can find materials to help you to be a better communicator and leader, which means if you access to base camp, there are a lot of materials to help you to finish that pathway levels. So that's the name of the base camp. And okay, so first is how many paths are there? Okay, there's already answer, and there is 11 English paths, and Korean is 4 paths. And is there anyone who knows which was translated in Korean, which path? Okay, maybe you're You cover your face, so I will just answer. Only 4 Korean paths are here, like presentation mastery, leadership development, effective coaching, and visionary communication. Except that, okay, let's do getting more closer to a structure of the path. I'll just give an example of presentation mastery. So if you choose another path, you will see a different name of the project over there, but the basic concept is very similar. So presentation mastery is consisted of 5 levels. So we call this one as a path, and these are the levels. Level 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And each level have 3 projects. And 2 have 3, 3, 2, 2. The reason that I call project is, as I mentioned before, this is not only about the speeches, this is also about leadership project. So we call it project instead of speech. So as you can see, one pathway is almost 14 projects. So level 1 is same to all the passes, and level 2 is almost similar. And level 3 to 5, it was showing the characteristic to each path. Okay, and okay, I'd like to ask later on. Okay, so it's like level 1 to 5 is thinking of Pokemon going through the process for growing up. We started from Charmander, we're going to Charmeleon, and going to Charizard. So to going through all the steps, we need a lot of trainings and a lot of fights. Of course, we're not going to get a fight, but we have a lot of trainings and practice for being a better communicator and better leader. So this Toastmaster pathways will help you to be a Charizard of the communicator, and I hope you do that too. Okay, let's closer look too. Okay, closer look to the level 1 of presentation mastery. And before I start, sorry, because I just talking to myself for a long time. And if do you know, like, I know a lot of attendees here are new beginner, and if you know that your name of the path, can you change your name with your path as well? Name of the path. For example, David Devora in underbar like presentation mastery. If you know the name of the path, you can do that. If you don't know that, and you can just stay as you do. So I just want to know how many of you are knowing your name of the path. So for example, like I'll change my name. So like you can, okay, so Daniel Berry, you are working on leadership development. Okay, thank you. And Gracelyn Joey is looking for presentation mastery. Okay, Ayoung is present mastery. Thank you for changing your names. And Monica is okay. A lot of you have choose presentation mastery. Okay. Strategic relationships, presentation mastery. All right. Okay, then I'll move on. Maybe then a lot of you are familiar with the concept and the name of the project that I will cover from now on. Okay, so this like theory part is 15 minutes and we're moving on to practice later. So to get to know what the real pathway is, we need a really closer look what this pathway consisted of. Okay, so first is, okay, this is a commander stage. What do I have as a communicator? So this whole like level 1 is to getting to know yourself as a communicator. So level 1 is consisted of icebreaker, evaluation and feedback, and research and presenting. And this is to develop or enhance your understanding for the fundamental needed to be a successful speaker and evaluator. So it's consisted of 4 speech projects. One is first speech and, excuse me. And second, and first you're going to have icebreaker, and then you're going to move on to evaluation and feedback. But evaluation feedback is you're going to have a first And the second, you're going to reflected the feedbacks from the audience or your speech evaluator, and then you're going to cover the same one. And then you're going to be a speech evaluator and then move to research and presenting. So the order is this one and evaluation feedback. And then you're going to be speech evaluator and then fourth. And actually a few days ago, there was a letter from Toastmasters International. Can you raise your hand if you received a letter about this pathway level 1? Oh yeah, thank you for raising that. Maybe if you received the letter, that means you're the club officer because this letter is only for the officer and means that they are changing the detail of this level 1. So you're going to the different name of the level 1 after the end of this year or the beginning of this next year. So, but it is still icebreaker, evaluation and feedback, and researching and presenting now. Okay, and level 2 is still your tremender, but a lot bigger. It is a what is my style as a communicator? So level 1, you know that, okay, what I have as a communicator. And then level 2, you're going to know your style, your preferences, and what you're having. So first is, if you are presentation mastery, you're learning your style with these 3 projects. Understanding your communication style, effective body language, introduction to Toastmasters mentoring. The goal is to level 2 is develop understanding of your personal styles and preferences. In this level 2, you're going to know your communication style, your leadership style. So you're going to have self-assessment of yourself, and you're going to identify what your style is. So this is consisted of 3 speech projects. And level 3 is, okay, you're Charmeleon state, and the question is, okay, which specific skills do I need to be a better speaker or better leader? And from this level 3, I mentioned before, you're going to have different characteristics depending on the path. Depending on the path, you're going to have different speech projects or leadership projects. And this increasing knowledge is you're going to have one is required, which is persuasive speaking, and you're going to elect 2 projects among 13. So in total, you're going to cover 3 projects. This is an example for 13. So among these 13 elected projects, you can choose anything you want to have. There is a deliver social speeches or focus on positive. And in different path, I saw that you can make a blog or you can have your podcast or you can have different interesting speak projects later. And the level 4 is your Charmeleon states, and okay, in level 3, I know my style and I build up my skills, and let's build it up more in the level 4. So build up 4 is building skills, is also have 1 required and 1 elective. So in total, you are going to have two projects, and some of these a project here might be a longer, like more than 15 minutes or 20 minutes. Besides the previous speech project you're working on were 5 to 7 minutes, but it will be a longer. And this is example of elective projects. And this is only for the presentation mastery, not all the paths. So you're going to different options that you can choose depending on your path. Okay, this level 5 is a career stage, and apply what I've learned from level 1 to level 4. So this is kind of simple because to apply what you have learned from all the levels, 1 is required and 1 is elective. So you're going to have 2 speech projects in total. And this is the final elective project you're going to see at presentation mastery. So as you can see, there's lesson learned or panel discussion or speak professionally. So you're going to cover that when if you're working on presentation mastery. But you're not ready to blow the flame yet because there is last project left. Because there is path completion. This is not a part of like level 5, kind of level 5, but it's not a real part of level 5. That's a final project you're working on. Is to reflect on what you have learned during working on the project, on the path. So it's like thinking of what you have learned and if you're going to recommend it to the new beginner or what's your lesson during level 5. So that's the main detail about this path completion. Now you're a communicator. After this, now you're a communicator throwing relentless fire as a Charizard. I hope you'll do that. And okay, I think it's, well, I'll just cover it more slightly because this is deeper look to path. I got this advice from one of the member in my club, Young Kim, and he also analyzed all the project in 4, which is free topic, understanding series, and special project and team project. So this is the free topic is kind of icebreaker and like anything you want to cover in understanding series, like I mentioned at the level 2 is understanding your leadership or communication styles. And also this special project is a blog or podcast, panel discussion, and etc. And team project is review or after the team project. And this all the like PowerPoint slide will be uploaded on the website later, so you can look more closely later. Okay, and this is DTM. DTM is Distinguished Toastmaster, is highest level of educational achievement in Toastmasters. So maybe if you heard some of your members are DTM in your club, and to be a DTM, there are certain steps, which means you have to complete 2 learning paths. And also there is club sponsor or speechcraft or youth leadership program and mentor and club coach. And I believe there is a training for how to be a club mentor and coach and club mentor and coach tomorrow. So you can make sure it. And there is a club officer and district officer, and you're going to be a DTM. So that's the way to be a DTM, and Path is a part of it. Okay, and yes, so and I covered it already. And from now on, we're going to move on to practice. And I will cover the 3 questions mainly: how to choose a path, and how to access to base camp, and how to finish the level. So I want you to log in to Toastmasters website with your ID and password now. And here's the website. So you can log in with your ID.
Stella,
Yes.
I just wanted to say the stop the screen and the get onto the internet again.
Oh, okay, sure. Oh, getting to the internet? Oh, sorry. Okay. So from now on, because I remember that a lot of you answered in the survey before. You know, a lot of you are now ready your ID and password. And can you raise your hand if you don't know what's your ID and password? And if you see, yes. And if you are you all log in right now? Can you? Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Thanks. If you like, raise your hand if you log in already. Or okay. Thanks. Good. Thank you. Okay. So okay. So this step is for the all really beginners, and if you already choose the path, can you raise your hand? If you choose a path, okay, okay, thank you. Oh, you don't need to choose. Raise your hand. I see. I can see in your name. Sorry. Okay. So this step is for the real beginners who are going to choose a path. So for the other attendees who already choose a path, there is a quiz. Okay, let's see. Thanks for your patience. The Zoom sharing is always tricky. Okay, so if you already choose a path and what your no path is, then you don't need to listen. You don't need to like share the screen with me, but you have to answer the quiz and leave a question. So first is quiz is here. And the questions here. So this, like all the like quizzes is for the pathway. So you can do quiz and questions later. And if you don't know your path is, then just follow with me. Okay, and raise your hand if I'm too fast or if I losing your step, just unmute yourself and talk to me. So I like to start from the path selection. Okay, move my screen here. So if you log in here, and top of the website, there's your name. Welcome, Stella. Welcome your name. Then click. And as you can see, there are other ways to access to Basecamp, but I would like to recommend this way because this is more one step simple more than the other one. Let's see, go to Basecamp here. And if you're a dual member, you can choose between them. But if you're already a single club member, then you don't need to choose. Then click here, go. Okay, and if you see this like message, please disable your pop-up blocker. Then click here, and please give a permission to have a pop-up blocker here. Okay. And if I'm too fast, please let me know because I cannot see your face or listening to your voices. So, okay, so, oh, okay, sorry. I lose my step here. So if you're a beginner, sorry, I'll just start from here again. So go to pathway and there is a choose a path. And here is choose your path here and continue to path selection. Okay, and you have to choose your language first, English or Korean. Then you can choose one. If you choose Korean, then you'll be a different version. And there's English here. The first is select digital resources. Do not choose this one because you also can print the whole manual in this digital resources Basecamp. So select here. And now you have to choose how to select your learning path. You can choose like viewing all the options and choose whatever you want, or having an assessment. If you choose assessment, you have to choose here and continue. And there will be a lot of like 24 questions. But it was kind of short, so it will take less than 7 minutes. So you can have that. Or if you don't need to have assessment, and there is a path options. Then continue here. Then as you can see, there are 11 paths in here in English. Then read all. Maybe you can read some of them and choose whatever you want. And then continue. Then once again, please confirm your selection below. Continue. And And then if you are the new member, you're not going to see this screen because you're going to have a free path for free. And okay, so this is how to select your path. I'll just wait till if you haven't choose your path, just select your path and please ask me any questions if you're having troubling with selecting your path. And the others, if you are already answered the questions and quizzes, then I will just move on to the next step. Okay, now just let's see the questions if there is any. Okay, there's no questions yet. Maybe you're working on the questions first. Okay. Oh, and see, I see some drawings here. So sorry, I didn't mention how to work on Jamboard. So if you want to leave a question, there is a sticky note here, and you can type your questions and save, and then it will be here. Then you can moving on. Of course, you can draw yourself. Okay, and that's how you can work on. Let's see. Okay, then I'll ask a few questions. I mean, David, you also like submit the quizzes, and Jared, are you working on selecting the path? Okay, and Daniel, Barry, you already choose a path. You're working on the quizzes. Thanks. And Abra, you're working on the quiz as well. No, you're selecting the path now.
I already have a path.
Oh, okay. So then, okay. So is there anyone who hasn't selected your path yet? Then just leave a private message or leave message here. Or if already everyone choose a path, then we're going to move on. I'll wait 1 minute.
Stella, if you want to answer questions, there's several questions on the Jamboard.
Oh, okay. Sure.
If you're taking a minute, you might as well answer some of these questions.
Okay, thank you, Melanie. Okay. Could we share? Oh, sure. I'll just share the screen with you too. Okay, so first is, yes, I'll share the presentation slides after the training. It will be uploaded on PQD website, and I'll also share the website URL later, so you can download it and also you can watch this whole video. And when I finish the project, how do I check on the website? Oh, that's a good question, and we'll cover it. And also, sure, some help about pathway and communication. Well, you can also ask me first, and you can also your VP education, and I will also share my contact information at the end of this session, so you can send any message or ask me or your VPE in your club. Okay, and okay, so first then there is no message on the chatting, then it means everyone already choose a path. Then I'll just move on. Okay, that's good. You already prepared a lot for this session. Okay, and okay, so this practice is I will show you the PowerPoint slide first and then practice with me. Okay, so this step, you're going to see how the screen will be shown. So the second part is how to access Basecamp. And we already covered the Basecamp is the place that you can find a lot of information about it. So first is we're going to have a website over here and click your name above, and we're going to see here and click go. And if you are dual member, set the club as you want to give credits. And if you are dual member, you can ask more questions. And later you're going to see this whole like screen. And there is like open curriculum over there. I choose 3 paths. So that's why you're seeing effective coaching, team collaboration, and visionary communication. But if you choose one path, there is one path, and also there's open curriculum. If you choose open curriculum, you're going to see this. And this is the screen of the base camp that you haven't accessed before. So there is 0% and level 1. And if you finish or you're going to finish icebreaker, please click lunch. And please don't click here because, well, you can click here and there, but you're going to lose your way. So only please focus on these blue buttons on your right side and click lunch. And then you're going to see this whole screen. There are a lot of pages, and click this gray arrow on your right side. And all the passes are having this kind of access your skills before and after. And I've seen a lot of cases that people are just clicking the green arrow, then there's no completion. To complete the whole, you have to also mark and next and next, next and next till you see submit. Then you have to move on. And then this like screen, you can download evaluation form for your speech evaluator, or you can download this whole project, this PDF version for preparing your speech. Okay, then let's do the practice together. Okay, I'll just share once again. Okay, so everyone, please, let's go to Basecamp together. The Success Toastmasters Toastmasters.org, and please see over here. And okay, thank you, Hyein. And hit your name over there. And there's Basecamp over here, and click go. It will take a minute. And then there are a lot of things you can use later, but today we're going to focus on the Basecamp only. So here, there will be a path, your path, and please click Open Curriculum. Okay, and this is my screen, but I will show you from the first level. And at the level 1, do not click icebreaker or do not click anywhere. Just focus on this blue button, lunch. Then the screen will be changed. Okay, so there is a like down arrow at the bottom. It means you can start from the beginning, or you can restart, or you can move faster. But if you're accessing for the first time, then you have to start from the navigation here. Then there's a green arrow here. Click, click. And the reason that I'm clicking so fast is I'm going to read this later on this PDF version later. So you don't need to read all, and just click here. And there's a lot of questions, and I already answered, so there is marking. And then click here, 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 here. Yes, there are a lot of arrows. And then the reason is, okay, this slide, if you see, click evaluation resource, then This is how to download your manual. Because maybe icebreaker speech, you are going to just introduce yourself, then you didn't need to have a manual, but later you have to download all the manual and the evaluation form. So you're going to see here evaluation form. This is only three pages. So here you can download it. Okay, so and if you're going moving back, there's print my project. If you click here, then this is whole 23 pages of this whole manual, icebreaker speech. Then you can also download here. So what I do usually is if I'm going to deliver a next speech, then I'll just access here and just click it 1,000 times and print my project and then study and then going back here after finishing it. Then there is assess your skills after also the test again. Then you have to answer all, and then there's congratulations. If you like close this tab, then your open curriculum will be changed. And then you're going to finish icebreaker. Okay, this is the first step to finish your first project. And then, okay. By now, is there any questions or was it too fast? Then please let me know. Okay, then. Okay, then I have a simple question, and there is before and after. Before finishing the first project, and there is a screen after you finishing the first project. And there's a lot of differences. What kind of differences? What can you see? Please unmute yourself, and there be some changes. Okay, then I'll ask Alan. Hi, Alan. Hi, and can you see any differences here? You can say just one. What can you see? Oh, I can't hear you. Oh yeah, I can hear your voice. You're unmuted, but yeah. Okay.
Can I answer?
Ah, sure. Thanks, Gilly.
While Alan is checking his microphone. Okay.
Sure. Okay.
I said the difference. I have a lot.
Okay.
I see 0% is to change it to 5%.
Okay.
And you are on the bar 0% also 25% on the right side of a bar.
Okay.
And I see the icebreaker status is before registered and now it's completed.
Okay.
What else?
There's one more. One is left.
One more.
Launch
Oh, wow. Okay.
Thanks. Right. Wow. Good eyes, everyone. And you're mastering all the paths. Right. As Gilly and David mentioned, there is a percent have been changed on the right, the circle, and the bar also have been changed. Also this 5% means is 5% of this whole path, and 25% is for the level 1. So that's why it is different. And as you can see, yeah, there's one more. There is a blue check button over there if you complete it. And then, as Gilly mentioned, there's completed 1 to 1, 0 to 1. And then lunch, change to evaluate. Because that's a difference. And if you're going to know, am I really finished this project? Then you have to check there is a completed or the percent or blue check button or the blue button over there. So this one, I think that's why the pathway and basic camp is kind of tricky, because maybe we can only focus on these blue buttons. There are 3: activate, launch, and evaluate. And activate is and it will be changed from activate to launch and launch to evaluate. The activate is before you start your speech project. When it's totally new, there is activate only. Then if you click activate, and it will be changed to launch. So when you click activate, it will be changed to launch. Or if you activate it but put in the middle, then it will remain as launch. And then if you finish all the like green arrows, and if you finish all these self-assessment skills after the speech, then it will change to evaluate. So when you finish your speech project, then it will be changed to evaluate. So, okay, I think everyone it was working on. And okay, let's do this. And I'll give you a few, like 3 minutes to finish till your current project. And please change your name to like name, path, level, and current speech project name. You can make sure on your Basecamp. For example, like Stella, EC is effective coaching, level 3, inspire your audience. So please go to this toastmasters.org and click till your current project and change your name to here. Then I can see the process. Then if you have any trouble, just unmute yourself or leave any questions. Okay, I'll give you 3 seconds from now, 44 to 47. Taehi, is Taehi here?
Oh, hello.
Hi, Taehi. I cannot see your like path name yet. Are you troubling having to following your path?
I think I decide which pathway I chose.
Oh,
I-
so you know. Okay, so you know the name of your path?
So where can I find the I?
Oh, okay, sure. Okay, so you're seeing my screen now? Can you see my screen?
Yep.
Okay, I'll just move on here. So your question is, you want to know the name of your path, right?
Yep.
Okay, so going here is, you're on the toastmasters.org and you're logged in now?
Yes.
Okay, then please follow my step. And this is, you can click your name over here. Or Tae, or okay, I'll just stop sharing my screen. Can you share your screen so maybe I can like guide you to where you can click? Can you share your screen here?
Sure. I can share.
Okay, sure. Okay, so you can click welcome Taehi over there. Welcome Taehi. Yeah, the yellow, like, yes, that one. Then there's go to base.
I know the path.
Oh yeah, and you have to access Basecamp. Like there's Chamsikura and Toastmasters, and there's Go. Can you see? Yes, that's the Basecamp. Then you can scrolling down. Oh, but there's no paths learning. That's strange. Okay.
He didn't select his path yet.
Oh, okay, I see. Then, okay, maybe Tae, maybe I can tell you more at the Q&A session after all. Is it okay?
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so it's 49 minutes now. So I'll just share my screen. I'll just see, let's check. Okay. Okay. Oh, Abrar, you're working on level 1, researching and presenting. Okay. And your name of the path? What is your name of the path? I mean, you can just say, you don't need to like change it. Yeah.
Presentation mastery.
Okay, present mastery. That's good. And Alan is working on. Okay. So I can see a few names that doesn't have like path name and the other. Then you can remain at the Q&A session, then I will just give more closer look. Okay. Oh, David, level 3, develop a communication plan. David, okay, that means level 3 means you know your name of the path. Okay. It will be Erica. Oh, SR, Grace Joe. Okay, that's good. Okay. Okay, Jared, also you have troubling with find your path, then there is longer Q&A session. Okay. I will work on more. First is how to finish the level. The last question is how to finish the level. So by now, we learned how to access Basecamp and how to finish your speech project. And the final is, okay, how to finish this whole level, especially if you're working on level 1, you're going to have a problem. First is processes here. So click till the end of the given project. Like there were a lot of speech projects as well. And then the alarm will be sent to Basecamp manager, VP education. The Basecamp manager in your club is your VP education or president. And then Basecamp managers will receive the alarm and okay, this person finished this level 1, this project on this March 1st, and okay, April 2nd and May 3rd, then approve the request. And then you're going to have a level completion. So, okay, let's look at the screen here first. If you finish all the levels here, like as you can see, there is like blue check slide and there's all completed. Oh, okay. Okay, so there is it. And as you can see, all the blue button changed to the evaluate. And then you're going to have this level and completion. And it's still activate. Then if we click activate, what will be changed? Activate will be changed to? Is there anyone who knows the answer?
Launch.
Yes, launch. It will be changed to launch. Done. Then you're going to see if you click launch, it will also change to mark complete. Then you have to click mark complete. Then the Basecamp manager of your club will receive the alarm. Then after the approval, you're going to see view certificate and complete your level. So this is a certificate of completion. And this is a whole step for finishing your level. So, okay, let's do practice first. And if you know how to, okay, so let's see. But I've seen a lot of name on the Zoom. Then I've seen a lot of level 1 and 3 and 4, 5, and they already know how to finish it. Then I think if you know, I think you know how to finish your level because you're working on level 2, 3, 5, and 4. Then, okay, I'll just moving on. Then let's having a Q&A session. Okay, before I start, okay, this is my Kakao ID and Stella 2415. If you have any questions about Pathway, then you can send any message. And the recordings and PowerPoint slide will be uploaded this website. Okay, and then I'll just move on to the Q&A Jamboard. Okay, there is another question. Okay. Just looking for any tips for simplifying and navigating the website. Oh, okay. Who has this question? Can you talk? Anyone who leave this question?
Yeah, that was my question.
Oh, David, okay.
Because I was looking, I mean, I've been struggling with this website forever. Finally, I made it up to my level 3.
Okay.
But I just saw, if I can share my screen here,
okay.
I can see like, I just looking for any type of way to simplify it. And you just showed me. Let me see. Can I share my screen? Oops.
I think.
Showing
Okay, I'll
something else.
just stop sharing.
Okay, so you just showed me this. Like if you click here, I would
Okay.
just if you click here, right? Because
Yeah.
usually I just go here to the pathways. And this is
Oh.
really it, pathways. But I just saw you clicked it up here. You actually click the name and then a different screen pops up. So I'm just wondering, like, there's so much information out there. There's so much stuff out there. What are maybe some tips or some regularly visited stuff that we should know about? That's my question.
Okay, so let's see. Yeah, as you mentioned, actually Basecamp is more than the curriculum. There are a lot of like videos and there are a lot of resources for helping you. And I think you're level 3, so maybe you might having a lot of struggling time for finding out the way. And that's what I did too. Okay. Can we share? Okay, so actually for myself, I've seen a lot of like tutorials and resources, but I honestly haven't used them all. And I just know, okay, there are a lot of, well, the one simple thing is there are speech evaluations. If you click here, there are a lot of like evaluation resources. Like every time you have to complete your level, you don't need to going over again. You are just going here, then you can just download your speech project evaluation here. For example, for me, I'm inspiring my audience is inspire your audience. Okay, there is icebreaker. If you click here, yes, there is a, oh, maybe that not this one.
A request.
Oh, sorry. Okay, maybe request. Okay.
And then launch.
Launch. Okay. You're teaching me. Thank you. Okay, let's see. Oh yeah, that's right. If you like click activate launch, then you can just see the evaluation form over here. Then you don't need to going over all the like steps. You can just find your name of your project, then you can just download it. I think that's one simple way that I'm using Basecamp. And maybe okay, let's see. Was it enough to answer? Maybe there are more way. Maybe Sean or the pathway guide. Is there any way that we can use Basecamp?
Hi, I'm Sean, the PQD of District 93. As we've experienced a lot of difficulty in navigating pathways, a lot of the international the officers and the directors know this fact, and they are trying to modify, upgrade the current pathways user interface. So I know it's difficult and it's troublesome, but we have to wait. So that's my answer for now. Sorry about that.
Thank you, Sean. Yes, and yes, because we are waiting for this Toastmaster International are fixing this a lot of issues in this website. And yeah, that's what we do. Was it? I mean, did I answer your questions properly, David?
Well, there's probably no way you can answer it properly, but I mean, at least you can try. I was just looking for like maybe ways or tips that certain places you go that are good other than pathways with the website, because like I said, there's so much information, it just gets overwhelming. I'm just
David,
not interested in all that.
Yes, I got your point. In that case, just on the search corner, you can cast some keywords of your query. Then you can get the result from Toastmaster International website. So that's what I'm using for the website right now. I'm just casting my question there and then get the answer from Toastmaster resources and other information one uses.
Okay. Thank you, Sean. Thank you, David. Okay. And then another question is, okay, if I answer it, I'll just make it smaller. Okay. Okay, can you show your level 1 status page again? I just finished level 1. But the blue button still shows lunch, not evaluation. Okay, then. Okay, who was having this question? Can you show your level 1 status page again? Because I need to see your screen. Then maybe I can answer. Okay, is there anyone who has this question? Can you show your level 1 status page again? I just finished level 1 project 1. Shows completed, but blue button still shows lunch, not evaluation.
Hi, this is Erica.
Okay, hi Erica.
Yeah, from CPM, and I'm sharing my page right now.
Okay.
I think I finished the evaluation, and then the page shows blue check mark on the left and showing completed, but still it shows launch. So I'm not sure whether it's okay or not. Yeah, because you said once I finish the project, then it needs to show some evaluation blue button, right?
Yeah, right. Oh, that's right. Then can you click lunch again? Then maybe we can see what is the final page you mentioned. Oh, you completed. Okay.
So all of them say launch, even though they're completed.
Oh.
Yeah, at least in that blue box, they all say launch. So there's no way it's not going to change to complete on there. For some reason, it's not.
You mean for the icebreakers or all the levels?
All of them.
All of them.
Like, let me share with you my screen.
Okay.
I've completed level 2 here, and do you see I completed this whole level? It's 100% complete, but they all say launch on here. So you can expect that but if I go to my level 3 here, this is still in progress here. This is my next speech, and it still says launch and 0% on my level 3 here. So they're always going to say, let's just go back to level 1, for example, where you're at right now. I'm at 100% finished, and the icebreaker still says launch. So for some reason, it just doesn't say it. I mean, look down here, it's view certificate, you're okay. So yeah, this is one of the things for me. It's like, I'm not quite sure. I struggle with this for a long time.
David, can you go click the drop down box after the launch on the right side? What do we have?
Launch, view details, move to archive transcripts. That one? Is that it?
Thank you.
It's my guess, but as far as I understand, when you finish your project, the launch button is changed to evaluate, but that evaluate button shows for a certain period of time. Then it changed to launch. That's my understanding.
Oh, so you mean that evaluation is not on. Thank you. What David and Sean mentioned is, I covered this, like we have to change activate to launch and it will change to evaluate at the final. But the thing is, maybe the evaluate, but it will be changed to launch. So maybe we have to focus more than like this slide, like complete it more than this blue button. Of course, if you're seeing this blue checkbox and there's status completed, then it means you're completed. So, Erica, was it your question was covered?
Yes, very helpful. Thank you for your explanation.
Thank you, Erica and David and Sean. Okay, then the other question was, Okay, let's see. Okay, when I finish the project, how do I check on the website? Oh, when I finish the project, okay, let's just click here. Click on a project if I decide I do not want to complete it. Okay, I'll just going over one by one. When I finish the project, how do I check on website? Who had this question? When I finish this project, how do I check on the website? Oh, is there anyone who left this message? Okay. Okay, then I'll just move on here. If you can talk later. Okay. How can I cancel a project if I decide I do not want to complete? Cancel a project. I think it's if you haven't start even icebreaker speech, you can cancel it, I guess. But if you start it, then what I believe is it's hard to change it. Am I right? Okay. First is who had this question? Is there anyone here?
But the question is not about the path.
Project. Okay. Project.
Yeah, project.
Who had this question? Maybe we can see your screen together, or let's see.
I believe there's no canceling a project.
Yes, because
If you launch your project and finish all the assessments, your VPE or president has to approve it. So all you have to do is just let them know that you don't want to do it, and they just won't approve it. Problem solved.
Because maybe like this is my screen, and maybe for the elective project, there is a lot of like options here. I finished this too, but as you can see, minimum required is 2. So it means that I completely connect with your audience, inspire your audience, but I didn't like inspire your audience, then you can start anything because it's elective and its minimum required is 2. So that's what I'm understanding for elective. And other than that, it will be impossible to cancel your project.
Right. Thank you for answering my question. I just had to step out and let my dogs out to go to the bathroom. So sorry about that. Yeah. So it was an elective. I forgot to mention that. So I just looked like I was doing window shopping of all these electives, right? And they still said in progress when I wanted to finish my level, right? So I thought that might be an issue or something. One thing that we have discovered in our class is to remind our base camp managers that there are 2 steps when approving a level achievement, and sometimes the officers remember to do one step and not the other. Could you maybe explain? Because I think you talked about the base camp approval, but there's also a second approval, right? There's a club central approval as well, right?
Oh, right.
So there's 2 steps too. So sometimes I'm still stuck at level 3 because I should be at level 4, but maybe you could please do that.
Sure. Oh, that's a good question.
Thank you.
I think your name was David, right? David, and okay. So
Everybody confuses us. I'm Dan. He's David, but we're both Chanan.
Okay, you're from Cheonan Toastmasters. Okay, David from Cheonan Toastmasters. So what David was asking was, even though we finished the level here, so I mentioned here that okay, as a member, you mark your complete, and you can see the certificate. But somehow in Toastmasters International are seeing that you're still level 1 or level 2. Then the reason is, even though you submit this mark complete, and now this is the officer role. If you are officer, then you have to go to Leadership Central and Club Central. Yes, as David mentioned, there is a education awards. So it means even though you sent the alarm from the base camp, but the officer also submit this education awards, then you can now having achievement EC2 or EC3 later. So I'm an officer at Martin and current Toastmasters. So maybe I can choose the name here, and then you can, okay, 11.1 here. If you submit, then now the TI will see you with this literally that level. Was it covered, your answer, David?
I think so. And any officer can do this, the Club Central one, right? But only the base camp managers can do the base camp, or
Oh, yes. So
is that right?
Yeah, base camp manager is a VP of education mainly, and the president. And the Club Central, well, actually, it's VP of education's job to submit all the education awards.
Right.
So yes, and
But the VPE can't do VPE's level
Oh, yeah.
achievements, right? So
Oh,
so
yes,
that then
that's
I
right.
would do that for him, for example,
Sure.
which I have, right, David?
Actually, I proved myself.
You prove
Oh.
yourself. What?
Accidentally.
Oh.
Accidentally.
My level 1 was accidentally. I let them do it level 2.
All right.
Oh, okay.
I believe you, buddy. I believe you.
Okay, thank you. And let's see.
Stella, I have question.
Oh, yeah, sure. Jae-hee.
I wrote the question on the Jang board.
Okay. I'll see your question here. Okay, and I covered. Enrolled in 2 paths. Is it your question?
Yes.
Or I enrolled in 2 paths, as I can see. And how find which path I enroll? There is only one presentation master I can access. Okay, then let's see. Can you show your screen?
Yeah, I can show. I can
Okay.
show.
Okay, so while waiting, like as I sent this question, okay, let's see. This is a quiz for all of you. This is for like making sure if you really understood the whole level 1 and pathway, then maybe you can have self-assessment. Then okay, Dae-hee. Oh yeah, as you can imagine, there's enrolled in 2 paths. Okay. Okay, let's see. Can you click them? Enrolled into path. Enrolled. Yes.
When I click this, so I can see this. There's a one.
Okay, that's And can you click Toastmaster pathway, the like bigger logo on the above? Toastmaster, yes, that one. There's so. Okay, can you scrolling down? Okay, there's present mastering only. Let's see. Maybe.
That means he's only enrolled in 1.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're only enrolled in 1. You'll have to enroll in 2. Like, for example, for me, I'm enrolled in 2. And if you take it, why did I always do this? If you roll down here, you see I'm enrolled in 2 here. So you're only enrolled in 1. I'm enrolled in 2. So you have to go back to, the original one, right? And just re-enroll in a different one.
Enrolled in 2.
I'm enrolled in 2. He's only enrolled in 1. So if you want to enroll in 2, you got to go back here to choose a new pathway.
David, can you share your screen then?
This is my screen.
Oh no, this is Taehee's screen.
This is my screen. So he needs to enroll in a new, I guess he can go to base camp or whatever if he wants.
David, I think we're seeing Taehee's screen, not yours yet.
This one here?
No, I mean that the screen that we're seeing is Taehee's, not yours.
Ah, okay.
You saw
Somebody
both?
saw both. I shared my screen. So if he wants to not share his screen, then I can share my screen.
Ah, okay. That's very strange. Zoom is always strange. Okay. Can you stop sharing? Okay. Thank you.
Okay, so this is what I've learned, right? So you'll have to go to the base camp well, here, let me see if I can. Now I just lost where I was at. Let me just see if I can just go back to make it easier. Oh yeah, okay. So if you go back here to this screen, you could go down here, and for me, I'm in part of 2 pathways.
Right.
So this is how you know you're part of 2. You had 1,
Yeah.
and I have 2. So you have to go back to, you have to go, well, you can go to many different paths, or you just have to add a new, there goes that screen. You could go base camp, or you could just choose a new path here. You could choose a new path here, or you can go to base camp and choose a new path here, or select your path, I mean, here. So it's your option.
Okay, let's see. Because Tae, I saw also that the message was enrolled in 2 paths, but you're seeing only 1, right? That's the
Yeah.
problem. Okay.
He must be only
Can I-
enrolled in
Maybe
1.
Can I interrupt?
Sure, Sean.
Hi, Dehi. As a member, you are given a 1 free path. But for getting another path, you need to pay for that additional 1. Did you pay for it?
yeah, I pay for the presentation.
Additional 1. Then it should show a 2 path instead of 1. Then I recommend you or your Vice President of Education to email Toastmaster International to verify this. There is something wrong with this web page.
Yeah, that's for Tae. Like Ellen was asking that if the presentation mastery, you choose English and both. Was it? No.
Korean should be treated as the different path,
Okay.
even though he has the 1 presentation mastery. Or he could have chosen the printed material.
Okay. Oh, maybe.
I'm assuming.
Oh yeah, maybe that will work. Let's see.
And we can talk about this later with Dae.
Okay, sure. Sorry, Dave, because your situation
Maybe
is
it's a technical issue.
or TI issue, so
Mhm.
that's why. Okay. Let's see if there is any questions more. Okay. Okay, there's none. Okay, is there any question except this Jamboard or quiz? Okay, let's see. And okay, so if you have more questions, we have 10 minutes left, so you can stay. Okay, so now I'd like to wrap up this session today. So the reason that we're gathering here in this PQD committee, a pathway education committee, prepare this issue was we recognize you're having a problem and having a problem with access base camp and pathway. So it's like we thought you're like going along with this pathway, but I hope District 93 will be with you and me as well. So please send any message or send any inquiries to District 93. And thank you all future chargers. That's all. Thank you. Okay, and maybe we have group photo, and then if you have more questions, you can remain. Okay.
Hyein will be taking charge of this.
Okay. Oh, that's so cute.
Hyein, you are muted.
Okay. Ayoung, could you please help me with this? Taking group photo.
Okay, everyone, please turn on your camera if you can, and I'll take 2 group photos. So please stay still for like 2 seconds. Let me take 1. 1, 2, 3. And then another 1. 1, 2, 3. Good, it's done.
Thank you. Oh, and I forgot to mention that helping like Melanie and Hyein and Sean to help all this session together. And Melanie was answering all the like Q&A session with me and that I never know about. Thank you, Melanie.
I wasn't doing much. Okay.
And thank you, Hyein, for like preparing all this.
Yeah. So thanks for joining today's training. And before we wrap up, I'd like to give a recognition. So let me share my screen. So today's trainer was Stella Ra. Please give her a very big round of applause. Thank you, Stella.
Thank you. Thank you for understanding and listening.
Oh, I
Thank you,
want to
Stella.
see her on the screen.
Sorry?
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you, Stella. So she prepared all this training to serve you today. So I'd like to appreciate you once again. And then I'd like to give recognition to Jihyun Melanie O. So today she served you as Q&A assistant. And today we had not just Melanie, but also we had many different like voluntarily assistant for this Q&A when we handled this. So I'd like to thank them all, and thank you, Melanie, and all the
Thank you,
district
Melanie.
leaders and members.
Thank you.
Lastly, I'd like to thank Ayoung Jang. Thank you. So today, Ayoung Jang, she served you as Zoom master today. So she helped me a lot, like troubleshoot all these issues behind the screen. So thanks to her, we were able to run this training smoothly today. So I'd like to thank her. Please give her a round of applause.
Thank you, Ayoung.
Thank you, and I'd like to give my control to today PQD. Done. Thank you.
Yes, there's one more important person who organized all the Pathways training. It's Hyein, the Pathways Committee Chair. Let's give her a big round of applause. Thank you, Hyein. And one more announcement. There is also a Korean Pathways training for beginners. It starts at 2 p.m. today. So please join us in more and better understanding of Pathways. Thank you. Back to Hyein.
Today's training is up, and thanks for your participation, and I hope you enjoyed today's training. And if you haven't submitted your feedback survey yet, please answer, and thank you.
Thank you, Hyein,
Bye
Jung, right?
bye.
And Melanie.
Thanks.
See you guys later.
See you.